You feel like your hips are stiff? You feel like your hips are weak? You want to work on both of those at the same time? If so, this video is for you. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Ian Putney with Wellington Family Chiropractic, and today I'm going to go over one of my favorite exercises for hip stability and hip mobility. It's called the hip airplane. So to do this exercise, I recommend that you do it barefoot, or I'm in my socks here at the office. We're going to work on a single leg stance and internal and external rotation of the hip. The reason why I like this exercise is because it trains the whole leg. So from the ground up, we're working on stability of the hip, the knee, the foot, the ankle. It's an exercise for everything. But it also really works your hip. If you think about your hip socket, it is working it through its entire articular surface, or just working that entire socket of the hip with the ball at the end of your femur. So this exercise, relatively, it can get tough, but almost everybody can try it or do it. There's different variations to make it easier. I'm going to show you my favorite way to do it today. So what you'll do is, this would be training my left leg. I'm going to put that leg forward and step back with my right leg. And then I'm going to lean forward a little bit. So if you look, this should be relatively straight from shoulder to ankle. And then from the front, if you look at me here, I don't want my knee caving in like this during the exercise. The knee should stay over my foot. The knee shouldn't be way out in front of my foot from the side. Here should just be about there. And then if you look at it from this angle, it should stay maybe on the outer half of my foot or just over the top of it. It should not, as you're doing the exercise, cave in. Okay, it should stay put, and that's part of the exercise. So what I'm going to do, I'll do it from this angle one time. So I'm bringing that foot back, again, leaning forward and kind of squatting down a little bit. From here, the key thing is I want to create intra-abdominal pressure. So in other words, I'm creating pressure all the way around. This is all tight right now. There's pressure there, and I'm going to keep my ribs and my pelvis stacked on top of each other. So in other words, my ribs and my pelvis aren't going to get disassociated or rotate away from each other. A lot of people do this exercise and they get way out in front with their shoulders and their hips haven't even moved. You're not really doing anything if you do that. You want to think about this bone of your leg called the femur staying completely fixed as your pelvis and your shoulders rotate all the way around it. So to do the exercise, the setup's just like I said. We're going to keep this all pressurized, stacked. I'm coming down as far as I can, and then I'm rotating out until I hit a point where I lose my form. Okay, so that would be where I would stop. Again, down, everything staying together. And if this is as far as I can go, that would be my end range. And I come right back down. Some of you may only be able to go here without losing your form. That's fine. That's where you start. So you'll just start right there. So from the side, again, hip airplane, here, down, rotating away, using that back leg. My back leg's barely touching here. Here, there. You don't have to do a ton of these in terms of reps. I would recommend doing 5 to 10. Your hip will be on fire if you're doing it correctly. It's a great exercise. You can do it daily, just a few times a week, 3 sets of 5 to 10, and you'll notice a better control of the hip, and you'll feel some of these muscles that get sleepy start to wake up. So again, that's the McGill hip airplane, one of my favorites. Hope this video helps and you guys can try this at home. Talk to you soon.